Microbiome. Most of microorganisms in your mouth, tummy, and digestive tract. The good ones, friendly bacteria. Break down food, convert it into usable nutrients, fight the unfriendlies, the bad ones, unfriendly bacteria. Anxiety, fatigue, depression, brain fog, migraines, autism, cross-signaling, dry eyes, sinusitis, allergies, chronic body pain, joint pain, arthritis, leaky gut, acid reflux, gas, intestinal discomfort, diverticulosis, thank you, prolapse, Crohn's, IBS, water retention, weight loss issues. It all starts in the mouth. Alkaline, good guys versus acidic, bad guys.
So anything that's acidic that goes in your mouth is going to start killing your microbiome even before it gets to your stomach. And so the microbiome is what, together with the enzymes from the pancreas and the bile from the gallbladder, break down all of your food. And then those two break it down into a size that your friendly bacteria then further break down and then deliver it to the villi in your intestinal tract, those little fingers that move everything and absorb everything. If you don't have good bacteria in your gut, you're nutrient deficient. It doesn't matter what you put in. It doesn't matter. You're going to be down-regulating because you can't get the nutrition from, even if your gallbladder and your pancreas are sending those digestive enzymes, it's the microbiome. It's that 100 trillion. You cannot live without them. You can't live without them. So if you aren't protecting them and their ecosystem in there, you are not going to be able to absorb nutrition because they are required to break it down to a place that you can take it into the bloodstream. So you really, I can't stress how important those little guys are.
So when you have lemon, lime water, baking soda.
Yeah, so lemon, lime water is people that don't like the baking soda salt, but you still need salt. But lemon, lime water will flush, it turns alkaline immediately when it hits the stomach, and they kill bad bacteria. Like you can clean your liver completely 30 days on lemon, lime water. And that's a half a lemon a day and half a lime a day.
Intestinal tract is approximately
25
feet long. It is a huge tubular muscle that extracts nutrients and fluid. The small intestine handles 7 liters and the large intestine absorbs 1 to 2 liters. The fastest way to stop a headache, lower a fever, remedy heat stroke symptoms, and relieve constipation is enema or colonic.
And enema, just simply put water in the behind.
What about the colonic?
Colonic, so if you want to do a colonic, there are places pretty much in every city that you can find. Oh. And you just go and they hook you up to a machine that gently, and then when there's pressure, you can say, oh, okay, and then they'll flush it. And so I would suggest a 2 or 3 day at least fresh food cleanse, just to kind of flush it out. But I mean, I've seen some pretty disgusting things come out of those, like worms, tapeworms, all kinds of stuff. You'll feel like really pretty amazing afterwards. So, one time, because I'm a walking experiment, a friend of mine said that she had a ear infection, and she went to this really old doctor. She'd had this ear infection to the point she couldn't hear. She had her eardrums had popped. She had drains in them. She was stuffed up, headache all the time. She had fungus, and she'd been on at least 3 different antibiotics, and it was getting worse, not better. And so she went to a different doctor, and he was this old man. He was like almost 80. She said, I can't even believe he's still alive. He's so old. But he said, oh, that's easy. Just get you some borax. Told her how to do it. Drink it, put some in your ears. You'll be over it in 3 days. She was over it in 3 days.
You put borax in your ear?
Borax was made, this is researchably, by a man in Australia for an anti-inflammatory for humans because it kills all the bad guys. I was like, really? Awesome. I got on Amazon, got me some borax, got there the next day. I was like, yeah. And I didn't really listen when she said how to do it. What I heard was 1 dose. What she said was 1 pinch. So I got me an 8-ounce glass of water and I sat down and I was like, well, that side seems really big. So I used a little side. It was probably a teaspoon and a half tablespoon.
Oh,
Down that sucker. Oh, I was on a juice fast at the time. My stomach was like, what is that? But didn't reject it, and I trust my stomach. If it's not supposed to be there, ain't coming back out. I was like, okay, well, I mean, it went down. I hadn't eaten really much solid food that wasn't fresh food, and I had been juicing for a while. This was when I was pretty sick. And so I was trying different juice and cleanses and fasts and stuff like that, and I hadn't eaten anything solid in probably 10 or 12 days. My entire intestinal tract left the next day. All this black charcoal looking stuff, like it was unbelievable. And I was all night long. And the next morning, it evacuated everything. And I couldn't, like, I thought, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to flush. This isn't going to go down. There were popcorn seeds in it. I hadn't eaten popcorn in 6 months. They were just stuck in there. I was like, that's cool. Thanks. Obviously, it evacuates you. And it's all natural.
Borax is?
Yes, it's one element before boron. So it's a naturally occurring element. Okay, so let's talk about the intestinal tract. This is what it did for me.
Borax, B-O-R-O-X?
That's how I spelled it.
I get 100% or 99.9%
Borax.
B-O-R-A-X. So here's your intestinal tract, right? Over time, because of our diet, things start accumulating along the walls. And this builds up, and you talked about 27 pounds, right? 20 pounds of fecal matter. He died of malnutrition, guarantee it, because your villi, which absorb everything, stick about that far down into your intestinal tract.
You'd never have to go to colonoscopy again.
No.
I would never do a colonoscopy. I would
Anybody,
never.
if you did this.
So
Oh.
my
But I wouldn't do it anyways.
So my friend,
Just saying.
Brittany's, she's basically my daughter-in-law. Her first husband, who is Scarlett, my first granddaughter's father, he was telling her I'd probably have to have surgery pretty soon, and she said, why? And he said, because I have diverticulosis and polyps. And I was like, do not have surgery. Because they're talking about taking out like 3 feet of his colon. I was like, do not do that. Absolutely not. And I said, I will give you herbs. So I gave him mover and sweeper. And I said, you take 2 mover a day and 1 sweeper every single day for 3 weeks and you'll be fine. He has not had surgery. That was 4 months ago.
So does that do the
He
same
said-
thing as borax?
Yeah, just a different way. Yeah, those are all plants, herbs. So you get to here. Guess how much you can absorb. Guess how much moves. This is where constipation starts. Then you're just rolling little turds down here.
Yeah.
Nothing's absorbed. You're lucky to get even hydration through there, even water.
Because the blue things can't get it. See?
And my stomach went whoop! right after that.
Is
Yeah.
what you were
So what
talking about.
happens if you don't go to the bathroom within 30 minutes to an hour, or pretty regularly, after eating a good sized meal? What happens is that the colon starts growing. It gets bigger and bigger, and then where it turns, it starts splitting. That's probably not. That's thicker than your intestinal wall. That line. Your intestinal wall is very fine. It is not tough at all. So when it starts splitting, you get leaky gut. When you get leaky gut, then you have the liver thing. Fatty liver doesn't just cause artery calcification. That's the main thing that goes into the arteries, but it also causes fatty liver disease. I'm sorry. Fatty liver disease also causes, what is it called? The visceral fat. You know what that is? Visceral fat is the fat around your major organs. So it starts putting fat around your organs to protect your organs from the toxins, which constricts your organs and doesn't allow them to actually function properly. So you get higher blood pressure because your heart can't expand against the fat, and it's holding you, your fascia is. So your fascia doesn't expand. It doesn't, there's really no elasticity. Every one of your organs has this fascia around it. And fascia is actually, you know, they used to think that that fat was a certain kind of fat that's on the back of your leg, looks like cottage cheese. That's not. It's because the fat is pushing through your fascia. Your fascia holds your muscles together. If you butcher a chicken or cut meat, you've run into fascia. It's like hard to cut. It's like cutting a bone. Well, that fascia does not expand. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to hold everything in place so that you don't just slop around and your heart end up down in your leg or something. So when visceral fat gets in there, the fat gets under here and all around it, and it puts so much pressure on your heart, and it puts so much pressure on your kidneys and your pancreas, and it literally can choke them out. It can literally cause you to have a heart attack. So when you have an intestinal problem, there's a book called Death Begins in the Colon. When you have an intestinal problem, your entire body's going to suffer. I can't tell you how important the intestinal tract is. Does she ever get diarrhea? Does she go both ways or only constipation?
It's mainly constipation. I made spaghetti the other night and she ate meatball, and within, you know,
Minutes.
15 minutes, yeah, at most.
Mm-hmm.
I saw her going back to the bathroom and she was moving pretty quick.
So those 100,000 or 100 trillion, they have their own life and they're trying to live in there. And they're trying to protect you. So if you put something in that it knows is going to rot, they're going to evacuate it like a police officer. They're taking out the bad apple. Because she's so toxic already, it would kill her. And that they are innately intelligent and always communicating with us. We just haven't been taught to listen. So if you eat, let's just think 2 or 3 days. If I put all the food that you ate for 2 or 3 days on that table, and then you eat it and you don't poop, where'd it go?
Oh, it's just backing up.
That's a heartburn. This is heartburn right here. You fix this, heartburn goes away.
Which ones? Mover.
Mover, she'll need to start with this one and then eventually do sweeper as well to help remove it. But we gotta get her, when she poops every day, every morning, you start this one. Because this one is negatively charged and will get those toxins and drag them out of the body.
So the green ones move it, and the blue ones sweep it out.
Yeah. If you rub them on the intestinal tract of a dead animal, it will cause that part of the intestinal tract to do the peristaltic movements. That's how powerful that herb is, because that's how important the intestinal tract is to anyone, to anything. It's going to start shrinking. She's going to experience a little bit of cramping. That's good.
And then once starting to be regular.
Yeah. When she
How
poops
long
every
would she
day.
take sweeper? Every day then?
Every day.
And could eventually stop the prescriptions.
Oh, for sure. For sure. When she gets regular, I would dial them back. These are things that have microbiome in them naturally. A lot of fermented things do. So yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, kombucha, Gouda cheese, aged cheeses, like Gouda cheese. The prebiotics, these are the things that feed the probiotics. This is important because if you put them in there and you don't feed them, they will die. So garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, artichokes, bananas, slightly green ones. The mushy ones aren't so good for it. It needs a little bit of that crunch and soluble fiber. Oats, flax seeds, dandelion greens, burdock, chicory, fruits and veggies that crunch, like apples, celery, blueberries, watermelon, that kind of stuff. I prefer this route because you're getting a lot more nutrition too, other than you would from a pill or for taking. So I just like real food.
A lot better.
Yeah,
for real.
And it's giving you, like, they're still alive in those foods. They're not, they haven't been, you know what I mean? Like they're alive, and you're getting a lot different things because those are very different foods, and they're actively eating, so they're actively alive.
Are there particular yogurts that are better than others?
Greek, organic,
And you said
unflavored, Greek organic.
Oh,
you
no.
can't do vanilla?
Unsweetened.
You can, if you're going to. I would prefer you put honey in it, and your own fruit. Put the apple in it. Put the cherries, the blueberries in it. Smash
Now, what
them
if I
up
put blueberries
with honey.
in it? And you've accomplished the same
You've
thing
accomplished it.
after 12.
That would be great. Or when your
I'm
tummy
learning.
goes, we're done and I'm hungry now. Listen to your body.
After 12.
Remember, everything starts with the self. If you're in the process of reparenting yourself, then the supportive voice, the ally, the partner first will have to be you. You must be your own nourisher, your own supporter first. Now let's take a look at the spiritual nature of your digestive tract. The energy center that correlates with it is the solar plexus. It is the seat of your personal power, your identity, and your offers the ability to digest life's experiences. Your gut feeling, your intuition, all felt in the solar plexus. In a healthy state, if we likened it to energies, they would look like this. Probiotic equals supportive voices, allies, partners. Prebiotics equals nourishment and support. Postbiotics equals wisdom, clarity, emotional strength, ability to stomach life gracefully.
And that's like when anybody talks about having a digestive tract issue of any kind, and a lot of them start with that. And it's all these energy centers here in the center. So it's about intuition, whether or not you're listening to it, and your personal power, whether or not you do anything with that intuition, with those hits. It's how you're digesting your life, whether you're rejecting it, it's just going through you so fast, or whether or not you're stuffing it, holding it, then it's not moving, or it's getting out, which is just pushing it away, pushing life away, pushing your experiences away, pushing your internal knowing away, pushing away your personal power. That's
So
the
if you're not-
energetic look at it.